What is up, everybody? We are back on the Lasagna Show after a brutal loss, another brutal loss, which seems to be the theme of our very young season so far. It's tough, man. I mean, how can you? Where do we even start? There's just so much to talk about after a fucking loss like that. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Like, man. I mean, you have Carlos Rodon out there with his brand new beard. Got to admit, it looks very good. Pitching lights out in the rain, out there shoving against a team that's at the time, I mean, before this win, 22-11, one of the best teams in baseball. Carlos Rodon putting together his fourth straight fantastic start. Stuff. It's Connor says Tim Hill is my setup man. I mean, at this point, holy shit. Devin Williams, what can we say about Devin Williams? I mean, the guy had a couple recent setup opportunities that were a little bit better. We started to build some confidence in him a little bit. You know, we're starting to feel a little bit better about him. And then he does that. What are we supposed to do now? Like, the guy's ERA has ballooned to 10.03 after a pretty large sample size. This isn't just, you know, a couple rough relief outings and the ERA blows up a little bit early in the year. This is 14 games worth of Devin Williams. 11 and 2/3 innings pitched. His ERA obviously 10.03, but his WHIP is 1.97. The guy cannot stop putting runners on base. He walked Tyler Wade. Like, what? This is one of the most automatic outs in baseball. I know his batting average is a little higher now than, you know, his career average. He's a little over his head early in this season, but how can you walk Tyler Wade? Tyler fucking Wade. And sure, the airbender looks good when it's good, but his fastball was down to 92 miles per hour today. Where's the stuff? You can't. They're talking about, oh, he's throwing his fastball more, bro. It's 92 and it's fucking flat. Like, that shit is not great. There's a reason he was throwing his changeup so much, because his velo and his pure fucking, I don't know, spin rate, whatever the fuck you want to call it, not good on that fastball, man. 92 is fucking batting practice these days. Are you kidding me? Look at the Padres closer. Did you see Suarez pitching? Did you see a big, strong, powerful fuck up there throwing a hundo to Jason Dominguez, wiping him the fuck out? Do we have that in the Yankees bullpen? Do you see one? Outside of Fernando Cruz throwing that splitty, I don't see one. I mean, Luke Weaver's been pretty solid, but I mean, today his velo was up and it was 95, 96. That little cutter he's been throwing, not good. I think that's where he threw the Bokar. It's like a smoke down the line. Like, we need. This is not just lasagna bias here, but we could really use some fucking Jonathan Loaisiga very quickly. And who the hell knows what Loaisiga's velo is going to look like when he gets back? The guy's been out for how long? He's had a million arm issues, forearm, elbow, shoulder. I mean, do you expect him to come back throwing 99 to 100? I don't. He's probably going to be throwing the same velo that Luke Weaver's working with for a while. He's going to have to figure it out. So, man, that is just a pitiful fucking way to lose what felt like a win for most of the night. Just real quick, everybody, thank you all for tuning in to this edition of the Lasagna Show. We're all depressed together and pissed off. Find the YouTube channel. If you're watching from Twitter, go on YouTube, find the Lasagna Show. The link is on my Twitter page. Subscribe to the channel, and we can go about this roller coaster ride of a fucking season together and talk some baseball. But Jeremy Ryan Slate says, force shave for Williams. I mean, this is the beard guy. This is the guy that undid 50 years of fucking beard policy. And I don't hate it. I don't hate the fact that he was the trailblazer that got it done. I mean, look at Carlos Rodon. Seems pretty damn happy with it. Stanton's got a beard. I mean, a bunch of you guys got beards and stuff. So, you know, I mean, it looks like the guys are pretty excited that that's, you know, a rule that's gone now. But to be the guy that to be the guy that came in and bitched about that fucking rule and wanted his way, and everyone's talking about an extension and retaining Devin Williams after the season. Oh, make him feel comfortable. Let him have his beard so he can come back to the Yankees this offseason. Let him re-sign. Let him be as close to as comfortable as possible so he'll be a Yankee for the next 5 to fucking whoever knows years. That contract extension shit is done with. This man is clearly can't handle New York. I don't know what else you want to call it to this point. You can't blame the new baby anymore. You can't blame early in the year. You can't blame a lack of work. What's the excuse for Devin Williams right now? There is none. Stuff isn't good. He's not pitching well. He looks scared out there. Look when he goes in the dugout. He's pouting like a sad puppy dog in the dugout, watching his teammates like they're in the car and they just abandoned him on the side of the road and drove away. I mean, you kind of feel bad for the guy, but at the same time, it's like, holy shit, what the hell's wrong with you, man? Like, so the biggest conversation piece looks like it was, why didn't Cruz come back out after throwing one or two pitches? It was a pass ball. Wells grabbed it, ran to the plate, tagged the runner out coming from third, and that was the end of the inning. Why couldn't Cruz come back out? Puzzle. Who the hell knows? And there's just a series of head-scratching fucking moves from Aaron Boone that we are used to now as Yankee fans. I can't think of how many Yankee fans can you think of who are supporting Aaron Boone right now. After that race series, after not pinch hitting for JC or Scar in that situation, and losing that game, punting, letting Carlos Carrasco finish the rest of that game, and saving Luke Weaver and Devin Williams for God knows what. Saving for today. How'd that go? I mean, it's just over and over and over and over with Aaron Boone. He just lacks the fundamental understanding of the moment. It looks like he lacks the feel during a game. If this is going to happen, I'm going to have this ready. If this is going to happen, I'm going to have this ready. Can he notice when a pitcher's struggling? Can he notice when he should leave a pitcher in? Why didn't he notice that Cruz barely threw any pitches and he should probably come back out and maybe start the eighth? I mean, this is following. October wasn't that long ago. You guys remember that World Series? I do. I still see that shit in my sleep. The move to bring in Nestor because he felt like it was the right decision to face fucking Freddie Freeman in that moment. Are we serious? The same manager that did that continues to make mistake after mistake after mistake. And it's not only the fans on Twitter that are calling this shit out. It's not just us. I mean, it's the sports talk media. It's the New York media. It's the radio guys. It's the beat reporters that are asking the tough questions every day before and after the games. It's everybody. It's not just us. So you can't go, it's just crazy fans on Twitter, just talking shit about Boone because that's all they do. It's everybody now. It's not just us. Like you can't just say it's a one of those, these fans just like to bitch all the time. They're never happy. No, we have legitimate gripes about what Aaron Boone is doing right now. And there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people that agree. So it's not just, you're always negative. Stop it. What Aaron Boone is doing to the Yankees is negative. These end game results are negative. This is not fun to watch. I mean, this game should have been a win today. I mean, how did it? And it just happened so fast. Devin Williams puts a couple runners on. You see a walk. You see a base knock, and you're like, oh, God, here we go again. And we know deep down, we know what's about to happen, and it fucking happens over and over and over again. And like my good friend Bernard said, you'll see him here in the chat. He texted me and said, you know what? There's going to come a time, inevitably, like every pitcher, where Luke Weaver is going to have a moment where he's human. And holy shit, did he call it tonight? Just uncompetitive pitches and big moments. The pitch to Bogarts, not good. The pitch previous to that, I forget who hit it. Also, it wasn't good. The location wasn't good. I think it was middle in. Dude just turned on it, lined it down the line. Like, I mean, when you're not throwing 99 like Suarez, you got to hit some corners. You got to change some speeds. You can't afford to come in to be missing middle with whatever 92, 93 mile an hour cutter Weaver's trying to throw. I understand that sometimes he's too changeup heavy, and the velo on the fastball is coming. Last season he was 97-ish often. He got up to 98 until he was overused down the stretch. and kind of fizzled out in the playoffs, and we all know what happened there. But this little cutter he's trying to throw, not working. Looked bad, really bad pitch in that moment that gave up the go-ahead run in crunch time after Devin Williams shit himself. And the camera keeps going to Devin Williams in the dugout, sitting there looking all sad, hands under his chin. I don't know if he feels bad for his teammates. I don't know if he just feels bad for himself. I don't know if he's still dreaming about where he should have been, which is Los Angeles. He thought he was going to be a Dodger. You guys all see the video with Brian Hoke, where he's, I thought I was a Dodger, and then the Yankees just came in and swept me off my feet. Well, unfortunate for us, they sure as fuck did. Very, very unfortunate loss. And this is coming off of a very frustrating Tampa Bay Rays series where yesterday just felt like a punt all game. And I know the bullpen was limited with options, but there was a lane there for a Tim Hill, for a possible Weaver Williams situation that got saved for today. It felt like yesterday they were playing for that combo to pitch today, to be available today in a close game. And they came in with a close game, and what happened? Win the games that are winnable right in front of you. I just don't understand. I mean, it's a tough watch with this team sometimes, man. I gotta say. And I know they're 19-16, they're 3 games above 500. There feels like a lot of games where the team is just not only outplayed but outmanaged. It just feels like the decisions being made are just weird. We're all questioning them like we always do. The Yankees fan base is very smart. I mean, you can't just every time someone from another fan base talks about Yankee fans, it's always the memes about the Italian guys with the wife beaters in the stands or whatever. But this fan base is sharp, man. This fan base understands the game. They understand the moments. They understand who's available, who's not available. They understand the flow of the game. They understand all these situations. So you can't continue to blow smoke up our ass, and you can't continue to put this shit product out there. And they're gonna continue to let this happen because people keep showing up to the games. This is, what is it, 43,000 people so far average showing up to Yankee Stadium. So it's like, okay, and I'm not knocking fans for going to games. If I live in New York, I'd be doing the same shit. But it's always the joke that everyone has, hey, as long as Hal gets his 43,000 people in the building, and they're all buying beer and chicken buckets and shit, especially during the rain delay, he's cool. Sometimes it feels like that because, I mean, how can you keep the same shitheads employed that continue to fail this organization over and over and over again? Especially Aaron Boone. They just gave him an extension. For what? Oh, he's won so many regular season games. How many championships? It's been 8 years. Did the Yankees? I thought it was, championship or bust type of organization. It's been going on 16 years since they won championship. Does anyone care anymore? Is that the gold standard? Are we the mecca of baseball anymore? Like, how can you continue to be okay with mediocrity and shit decisions and a poor leader of men, which is what Aaron Boone is, if we're going to be serious here? So you got Cruz, who's got the 1.42 ERA. I think he might be leading the American League in strikeouts in terms of relief pitchers. Through a couple of pitches, 1 or 2, and you can't bring him back out to start the 8th with how hot he's been. So you just burned a reliever for no reason. Because it's not just the pitches he throws in the game, it's the pitches he throws in the bullpen while he's warming up, getting up, getting down, sitting down, all this shit. So you could have easily put him right back out there and had Devin Williams or Luke Weaver ready in case Cruz got into trouble. But it just feels like, oh my God. It's just disappointing stuff, man. Carlos Rodon, 6 2/3, gets into the 7th inning, almost gets through 7. His ERA is now under 3. Carlos Rodon, 4 straight fantastic starts. His ERA is 2.96, 48 2/3 innings pitched, 57 strikeouts. His WHIP is 0.92. He's not putting people on base, and this is the progression we've all been so excited to see from Carlos Rodon, because a lot of us, especially me, when you think about him pitching on the Giants in 2022, you think of, there were times where he could reach back in his back pocket and grab 98 or 100 whenever he needed it. And he was blowing dudes away with a hard four-seamer and a great slider, but he was more of that Jordan. Jordan is my guy. This dude is the premier Carlos Rodon supporter on all platforms. See him in the comments right there. Follow that man. But you know, he's kind of had a rough tenure with the Yankees coming in. Obviously, the first year wasn't good. Last year, he had moments where he was great, other moments where he wasn't. But this might be the most complete, most well-rounded version of Carlos Rodon we've seen since he's come to New York. He's added more pitches. He's not just a two-pitch guy anymore. The four seam, there's times where it's down to 92. There's other times where it's up to 96, 97. Obviously, I think as the season goes on and the weather gets better, he's pitching in the summer, the velocity on the fastball is going to get, tick up a little bit. You could see 97, 98 a little more often. But this version of Carlos Rodon right now with the changeup, with the slider, with the fastball, he's added a sinker. I'm not sure if he's throwing the curveball anymore, but that changeup and him locating better has been such a huge growing, I guess you could say, he's just grown as a pitcher. He's grown as a more complete major league pitcher. And right now he's pitching like the 1A, 1B, 1C type of ace we wanted him to be when he came to New York. He looks fantastic. So for him to not only look that good against a great team coming in with one of the best records in baseball, but for him to sit during that rain delay, I think it's about 30 minutes, which is, that's a considerable amount of time for a pitcher to be sitting. You get cold, you get stiff, you got to keep moving, you got to play catch, you got to do all those things to stay warm. He sits during that rain delay, comes back out, and still continues to pitch well. And to waste that at home, especially with all the fans in the stands soaked, 40,000 plus. I don't know how many tickets sold. I don't know what the damn attendance was, but there's a lot of people there. And the team played well enough to win. And Devin Williams fucked it all off again. So very irritating. But here's some positives. Trent Grisham. Holy shit. I mean, the guy won't stop hitting. And this has been a huge point of contention for Yankee fans on Twitter, especially today, this afternoon, when the lineup comes out and Jason Dominguez isn't starting. And I can understand the frustration because I'm a big Jason Dominguez supporter. I think he's fantastic. I think he's very talented. He's still only, 22 years old. But it's a situation where you've got Trent Grisham that keeps hitting. And not just hitting. I mean, the guy has, 9 home runs? Let me take a look here. His OPS is over 1,000. He's hitting almost 300. He's got 9 homers. The guy won't stop hitting. So this has put the Yankees in a tough position. Here we go with the Yankees having to make decisions again. This one I actually don't mind. They actually might be getting this one right. Everyone wants to sit Cody Bellinger, and I get it. He's had a rough start to the season. He hasn't looked great. Obviously, we expect better from Cody Bellinger going forward. But I think Cody Bellinger in his last week or so, he has been coming out of it a little bit. OPS is over 800 in his last 7 games. Well over 800. So you're seeing, you got Cody Bellinger, a guy who they're paying 25-ish million. He's got to play more to get out of this funk. It could be because we know his last full season without injury is 2023. He had a fantastic year. 2024, he had a cracked rib situation. He got hit in the hand by a pitch, broke a finger. Obviously, when a hitter breaks a finger and you got to deal with all that shit, it's not ideal. And he still had a pretty good year. I think it is 750 OPS. So this is a guy with big upside. They got him for this year. We hope. We don't know what he's going to do, if he's going to opt out, if he's going to stay, whatever. But he's getting paid a lot of money, and he's coming out of that slump. He hit another ball hard to center field. I think it was 102 miles per hour off the bat. He smoked the ball to the second baseman. The second baseman kept in the infield, and he legged it out. Bellinger's coming around, and you're not. And Aaron Judge isn't going to get the damn day off, so it's like Aaron Judge is going to play. Bellinger is coming out of his slump, and he plays good defense, and they're paying $25 million for him. And then Trent Grisham is the modern-day Babe Ruth. So where does Jason Dominguez fit in that equation? When you want to win ball games, obviously the decisions Boone's been making obviously doesn't look like they want to win ball games that much. But if you want to win ball games, you're going to keep putting these guys out there. Bellinger, who's heating up. Trent Grisham is hitting great. Aaron Judge, who is a baseball god. Dominguez has kind of found himself as the odd man out, which is unfortunate because he's got to play more. He's young. It's just a tough situation for Dominguez overall. And I think, obviously, Trent Grisham's not going to keep us up for the full season. He's been more aggressive. He's made, adjustments. We all know he plays great defense. So for now, he's a really good option to keep putting out there, especially taking Pivetta deep, who's been pretty tough this year. But until Trent stops hitting, Dominguez is almost a fourth outfielder at this point, which is tough to say because he's one of the most talented, I think one of the most talented young players on the team. on a team that has Volpe, Wells, all these other guys. So it's tough for Dominguez right now, but I think they're doing the right thing with this rotation. I mean, obviously Judge is going to get some DH days, some here and there, but they're going to find themselves in another situation. They showed Stanton running today out in the rain. He was running around the track. He's been hitting batting practice on the field. He's going to be, ready for a rehab stint here soon. So they're going to have another situation like that with Ben Rice. So you got a situation with Dominguez, Ben Rice, which is kind of a good situation for us because you got good players, every other day, no matter who's playing. But it is tough for Dominguez's development, obviously. The guy, and you can't point to Dominguez, oh, well, Dominguez's numbers are, a little bit less than the other three guys. Obviously, because he's not getting as much playing time, it's hard for a young player, especially, to get in the groove and to hit well and, figure things out at the major league level if he's not playing consistently. Tough spot to be in. So it just sucks. You get a Grisham homer, you get a Carlos Rodon fantastic start. You get another double from Rice. I mean, you just so many positive things, and it's all fucked off by Devin Williams. And I think officially, Devin Williams needs to be obviously he's been demoted from the closer's role, but Devin Williams needs to be removed from all high leverage situations going forward. Enough. You got Cruz there, who can be the 8th inning guy. Put him there. He's been one of the best pitchers in the American League. Have him pitch in the 8th inning spot. You can mix and match with Tim Hill. Obviously, Weaver at times can go an inning and a half, 2 innings. They've got you can piece things together. Ian Hamilton. I know we all don't love Leiter Jr., but there have been spurts where he's been pretty decent. So Devin Williams is going to have to be demoted because you can't keep losing these type of games, especially to good teams. Obviously, playing the Padres, it doesn't really do much for you in the standings. But like the last series against the Rays, that's a division rival, and you just lost the series to the last place Orioles. So you lose back-to-back series versus division rivals. You come back to face one of the best teams in baseball. Fernando Tatis Jr. strikes out 3 or 4 times. Rodon looks fantastic. Everything is going good. Devin Williams comes in and shoots himself, and that's it. I mean, it's tough, man. Tough times in Yankee land, I gotta say. Let's see. Diego says Williams must have really wanted to be a Dodger if he's sucking this much with the Yankees. I mean, can you really deny it at this point? I mean, he looks like he doesn't want to be there. He looks miserable, and this is what's crazy about the social media age is these players all have Twitter, these players all have Instagram, and if they tell you they don't look, they do. They absolutely do. They're human. They hear the noise, especially at the stadium when fans are chanting, "We want Weaver." So, Devin Williams not only wants to do well for his team and his teammates and all these different people, but he knows what the social media backlash is going to be. And he knows what the fans are going to start doing to him going forward. As soon as he walks a guy, they're going to start booing. As soon as he led Laza hit, they're going to start, get rustling in the crowd and stuff like that. So he's only making it harder for himself, and he knows it. He understands that. But it's no excuse. I mean, he looks terrible. He's awful. I mean, are we getting into it's only been 14 games for him, but are we getting into Jacoby Ellsbury, Carl Pavano territory, Sonny Gray? I mean, some of the worst Yankees you can think of. If you can think of any more than that, put them in the chat. I might be forgetting a couple guys in there that should be mentioned. Kaigawa, can we go Kaigawa on that one? But just real quick, guys, if you are watching on Twitter, please find the YouTube channel, The Lasagna Show. The link is in the bio on my Twitter account. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and let's go on this crazy, interesting, adventurous ride throughout the rest of the season together. Jordan says, Grish heard we want Soto and decided to be better than him. I mean, he literally has been better than him in every way, and he plays defense. Tough look there. John says, Ed Whitson, Steve Trout, Kenny Rogers, Jeff Weaver. Yeah, Jeff Weaver. Javi Vasquez twice. Yep, very true. Kevin Brown, Joey Gallo. Duh, how do I forget fucking Joey Gallo? Diego is a Dodger fan, and he says, I love this ride. You guys just got it good, man. You guys got it good. The Yankees finally steal something from the Dodgers in Devin Williams. Everyone feels good about it. We're all excited, and look how it turns out. Hey, at least we gave him Yandris Gomez, and he kind of shit himself today, so it kind of evens out a little bit. Always right says, just saw this. Yankees have 8 losses where they lead in the 7th. Hang on, let me scroll up and find that. Where they lead in the 7th or later, 0 wins where the roles are flipped. Yeah, that is not ideal. I mean, there's been got some family in the chat. Lou says Aaron Hicks. I mean, Aaron Hicks had enough success-ish to be considered, a somewhat decent Yankee. But obviously, he is now my mortal enemy, as many have seen on Twitter. So it is what it is. But IO says, we're lucky it's still very early. I mean, it is very early, but these are games when it comes down to the end of the season, when you're looking at the wild card standings, when you're looking at the AL East standings, and you're looking at maybe being separated by just a couple games, you look back early in the season and go, damn, how many close games did they blow? How many winnable games where they had a lead late did they screw up? So these games all count the same. Just because it's April, May, doesn't mean it doesn't count the same as when you lose in September. I mean, these games all count towards your overall record, so it's going to mean something. Let's see. Bethany says, not going to lie, I saw Williams with the 2 walks and said, time to go back to the Knicks game. Was the Knicks game over by then? Not 100%. Io says Donaldson trash. Oh, yeah, Donaldson. Cannot forget Josh Donaldson. Lou says the end of his tenure was miserable for Aaron Hicks. Yeah, it was very miserable. But that's a situation where the fans were booing plenty, and I think the fans, in part, helped get him out of town. So yeah, Bethany says went to OT. Yeah, I did go to OT. That was a very fun Knicks game, gotta say. I mean, obviously, I'm rooting against any Boston franchise. I don't care what sport it is. So that was enjoyable, especially for all my New York fans, friends who are loving the Knicks right now. Michael says, I can't say this is a bad baseball team, and Williams has single-handedly put this team from 23-12 to 19-16. That's a good point. I mean, there have been some agonizing close losses down the stretch, and maybe if those games go one way or another, those close ones, this record could look very different. Like you said, 23-12. I mean, they'd be pretty much having the same record as the Padres, and the conversation would be very different. Obviously, this roster has some major holes, especially in the starting rotation. We can't keep throwing Will Warren out there and Carlos Carrasco, especially against pretty good teams, and expecting good results. So it's going to be hard to string together consistent success when those type of things are going on. Nova Grad says the roster is ill-constructed, and Yanks haven't had big stick off the bench in years. And and the other day against the Rays, there were a couple of bigger bats on the bench that could have been pinch hit for JC Escara, and Boone had some absolutely ridiculous explanation after the game. I mean, even the beat reporters are going, huh? What the hell is this guy talking about? Like, I mean, it's getting to a point. Like, can you believe that they extended this guy recently? Man, they just love their puppet and their communicator, and they're just cool with losing these type of games. If all of us can see it, if all the beat reporters can see it, if all the New York media can see it, if everyone else can see it except the Yankees front office, I don't know. What does that say about the Yankees front office? Maybe they just like the guy. Maybe they got a good relationship. Maybe they just don't like hurting feelings. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It sure hurt Joe Girardi's feelings after he, took a young team to within one game of the World Series. But I digress. Real quick, thank you all for watching. For those of you who are watching on Twitter, please go on my Twitter page, click the link in my bio, find the Lasagna Show on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We will be doing Monday through Thursday post games, and some occasional appearances, different stuff like that. So it's going to be a fun time the rest of the season. And obviously, days like today when we all got a vent, I want you guys in the chat. I want you guys talking about what you saw, bringing up good points like you have today, and furthering this conversation so we can all kind of, vent together. But once again, thank you guys for watching. Novagrass says Cashman's so stubborn. You build Williams back up and trade him. Can you trade Williams at this point? I mean, maybe a team out there that has a pitching lab that they love can get the best out of him again. Obviously, the Yankees haven't found a way. Matt Blake. Yeah, I mean, Matt Blake is the pitching genius, but At this point, what the hell is Matt Blake trying to do? If Matt Blake can't fix him, who the hell is going to fix him? It's one of those situations where, you can't really trade him at the bottom of his value. He's going to be a free agent next season. But can you remove him from all, high leverage situations and have him be better in like the 5th inning or something, and then trade him at that point? Because teams are going to be like, okay, we've seen him be decent in not high leverage situations, but the reason he has any value from the past, the reason we would give you anything of value in return is because we want the closer setup type of guy, and he's not that. So why the hell would we give you a top prospect for a guy that clearly looks broken? It's a tough situation for the Yankees right now if they were to even try to move Williams, which I don't think they would. But man, we can really use some Jonathan Loaizaga right now, I got to tell you. Nova Gretz says not yet, but don't want to see him near a mound come October. Oh my God. And if you think his ERA this season is bad, go on your Google machine, search Devin Williams, and see what his playoff numbers are. That'll make you feel a little bit that'll make you feel a little bit better. Always Right says Devin's problems in his head. I would agree to an extent, but he's throwing 92-mile-an-hour fastballs as well. In prior years, he's been up to 96, and we've seen him throw harder this season as well. Obviously it was raining and stuff, but did it look like a problem for Suarez when he came in, blowing a hundo by dudes? No. Carlos Rodon was up to 96. Luke Weaver was up to 95, 96, so I can't give Devin Williams a pass for the rain today. Throwing 92 out there. It just the Devin Williams situation is just disgusting right now. It's pathetic, putrid, disgusting, despicable. Nova Gretz says, I submit Devin doesn't want to be here and is gone either way. Yeah, he'll for sure be gone. And it doesn't look like he's comfortable here at all. And in his head, as soon as trouble starts when he gets out there, the fans are going to start booing, and it's going to get ugly. It's going to snowball. He's not looking like he's built for the Bronx, and things can snowball quickly, as we've seen with Joey Gallo, Aaron Hicks, Josh Donaldson, other guys recently. It gets pretty ugly. Thomas P, that's why we left him for you. Yeah. Dodger fans just they own us right now. It sucks. But we do have a series against them at the end of this month. Show up, Yankees, goddammit, for my own sanity. Michael G says, you remember Brewers versus Mets? Who gave up the home run to lose the series to Alonso? Absolutely. It is all over Twitter. If you don't know what he's talking about, go search it. Nova Grass says, Williams previously was pulled in 2023 playoffs after wetting the bed versus the D-backs. That does not surprise me one bit. Kieran Tracy says the snowball effect of doom is the Yankees' MO. The fan base wants to win, man, and it's been 16 years. People are fed the fuck up. Just were in the World Series and got embarrassed for the first time in 15 years. So the fans are not going to give you a pass, especially when you're the loudmouth that wanted to end the beard thing. Like Devin Williams not getting a pass. Let's see here. Mike Mizzeternal, no clue how to say that. Williams needs a phantom IL stint or something. This is ridiculous for this guy. 5 losses after having a lead in 8th, most in MLB. Embarrassing. 1,000%. 5 losses after having a lead after the 8th. You just can't have that, man. And with how Cruz has emerged as one of the best arms in the American League right now, you've got to put him in that 8th inning role, and you cannot let this team lose any more games where they're leading in the 8th or later. That is debilitating to a clubhouse. As often as they come out after games and they say all the right things and they pat each other on the back and they support each other, shit, those losses hurt and they count like all the other ones, especially late in the season. And there's gonna be a point where they're in a tight race somewhere, and those close losses from earlier this season might end up being the difference between a couple games here and there in the standings. So it's tough. Thomas P says, here as a Lasagna fan, I appreciate the support so much. Thank you for being here, man. Mike says, telling thing is how he disappeared for an hour after the game he blew in Tampa. Dude comes off his soft. He absolutely does. And some of Devin Williams' responses in the media after the games, he just comes off like a dickhead. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. It is what it is. He comes off like a jerk. He's condescending to the reporters sometimes. He has an attitude like, bro, you're making things worse for yourself. Not only are you pitching like shit, but you're coming in here being disrespectful to an extent to people that have nothing to do with why you shit the bed. It's on you, buddy. Go face the media. Go face the media. Go face the New York media, music. Take it in the chin. You know, you can say, yeah, I pitch bad. Not how I want to pitch. I'm working hard to get better. I want to do great for the fans. I want to do great for this team. I want to win ball games. Going to try to make sure we don't see this again. That's all you got to say. That's all you got to do. Give them a cookie cutter, nice, soft landing type of statement. You're going to come up like, I don't know, bro. I don't got a response to that. All the fans got their opinions, whatever. Like, bro, stop with the fucking tough guy, nonchalant bullshit fucking responses. Like, enough. You're not that guy, pal. You look like shit. So let's just say it is what it is. But Bernard goes, Williams is mop up. Yeah, he I mean, you can trust him in mop up right now. He's gonna walk. His whip is like 2. A big lead for the Yankees might turn into a tie game after Williams comes in the middle of the game. Always right, says Yankee fans appreciate guys that own up and say I suck right now. 1,000%. Accountability, respect, acknowledge the fans, how hungry the fans are, how much the fans want to win. It's not the fans' fault you're pitching like shit, and the fans aren't going to call you. They're not going to call your ass. So New York is not the place for soft athletes that need to be coddled, and you could leave the attitude somewhere else because nobody wants to hear that shit. Working our way back through the comments real quick. Mike says the rest of the division isn't going to be weak all year. These games matter. I agree. I think got to take a look at the standings really fast. The Yankees have a 1.5 game lead on Boston, and Boston has not played that well to this point. So, I mean, you wish you could have put some more distance on these guys. Tampa Bay's only 2.5 out. I mean, I know it's super early in the year to be looking at the standings, but, you know, after the Yankees have kind of soiled themselves a few times, it's getting a little tight here. So not ideal. Michael says, going to try and achieve my dream of pitching for the Yankees since Boone will put anyone in the game. I mean, and he's going to leave you out there when you're struggling too. So, I mean, but then you might pitch well. He might not bring you in, or he might save you for 2 days later. So you never know with Boone. He might let anyone pitch, but he's going to use you very strangely. Mike says, what were they supposed to do? Cheer Stanton after being booed during our rough stretch. Stanton is, that's a great point from Mike. Stanton is one of the most accountable athletes in New York sports that I can remember. I mean, the guy goes out there, he owns it, he takes it in the chin. He respects the fans, he respects the expectations, he respects the expectations of what being a Yankee means. And he is just top shelf in terms of dealing with the media. And he hits in the playoffs. That guy is stone cold in the big moment. Lou says, bold prediction we take tomorrow on Wednesday. I hope you're right. Ryan says, Boston has a crazy stat, 9 one-run losses. That is insane, and you know that will not continue. Things in baseball have a funny way of evening out over time. Nova Grass says, make sure Williams will recon his nightmare in New York, just like Joey Gallo. We heard the Joey Gallo quotes after he left. You know, nothing good that came out of that. Michael G says they can easily exit the Mets series below 500. That is a scary thought. It just feels like the last couple of years, especially in the Subway Series, the Yankees just managed to lose some of these games to the Mets, and it just makes no sense. But, yeah, it could be. And they're playing the A's soon, too, and the A's have not been a slouch. Like, the A's have been scrappy, and they're going to be on the road in that little ballpark. So definitely an interesting couple of weeks ahead. Mike says, and Boston's dealing with some injury bugs as well. Rays are always a dark horse. They sure are. Let's see. Jackson Merrill back for the Padres tomorrow. Of course he is. Of course he's back right in time to kick us in the ass. So he's probably going. I put a bet down for he's going to go yard tomorrow. This is not betting advice. You know, don't hold me to it. But that's just how things work out for us. Unless two kids, Roman and Marcelo, who will be up the season as well. Very true. Juju Bernie 6 says nobody can get a clutch hit. Nobody will make a clutch play. We got to lock in as a team. Shit's scary. Sometimes it does feel like that, man. It really does. Dylan says DJ's back soon. The cavalry is coming back. Boys, hold on. Oh, God. You know, that's the worst thing you want to read after a crippling loss, such as what we saw tonight. And can we? I forget which minor league team DJ's playing for. The Somerset or some shit. I don't know. but they have been hyping the shit out of all the little things DJ's been doing. He runs down an easy pop up. Oh my God, look at his range. Or he runs the first base after hitting a ground ball. Oh my God, look at his wheels. He's so quick. He's so fast. Like, stop it, please. We're not stupid. We are not dumb. We don't want that guy here, but we're not gonna get what we want anyways. Ryan Petrie says your boy Mason Miller hashtag we are scouting. I mean, he gave up a granny the other day. A crazy thing with him, I think every run he's given up this year has been a home run. So his ERA went from like nothing to almost 5 after giving up a few runs, which is absolutely insane. I would love to have that dude's arm on the Yankees. Can you imagine what Matt Blake would do with that guy? It'd be unbelievable. Novigrad says ultimate humiliation in this Boone era would be losing playoff series to the Rays at Steinbrenner Park. That would be insanity. It still feels weird watching that on TV. It feels like an exhibition game or something, or I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. Mike says, I was hanging in Queens bars last time we got swept by the Mets during the Subway Series. Nightmarish. Oh, I'm sure that was not a fun time. Ryan says, I think the biggest cut punch is Jorge Polanco not even talking to the guy in free agent. Yeah, he's crushing the ball right now. Holy shit. I mean, I had some interesting takes on some other free agents that we won't get into, but I mean, Polanco, man, that dude is, I don't know what got into that dude. Probably won't last, but he's crushing the ball right now. Michael says, DJ, I mean, at least he'll occupy second base platoon with Jazz out for some time. At this point, maybe he'll be a fresh face and rake. I mean, that is very optimistic out of you, Michael. Very optimistic. I expect a lot of ground balls, and I expect no athleticism and maybe a hurt foot or two. DJ rehab news feels like a threat. It's giving me PTSD for Aaron Hicks rehabs. Yeah, not looking forward to DJ. I don't care who is out. I'll take any of you guys in the chat over DJ at this point. I'm tired of watching the guy. A's, Mariners, Mets this week and next week is going to be brutal if these lineups and production continue. Yeah, the Mariners pitching is really good too. IO says, you think they go after Tucker in the offseason? I pray to God they do. I pray. Bernard is laughing. Bernard, I'll take you in second base over DJ at this point. I did not want to see that man on that baseball team at all. And now Alex Verdugo turned into Chipper Jones. Yeah, he definitely did. Novigrad says, if the Yankees didn't get Tucker because the Yankees didn't part with Heel, and who did Volpe produce? The Heel thing was difficult. I mean, giving up a controllable power arm for a guy on a 1-year deal, kind of tough. Nobody really knew Heel was going to get hurt, so obviously hindsight's 2020. But if you're Tucker, I mean, and you continue to hit like this, you're on schedule for a massive payday coming up. I know there could be a possible lockout coming soon, so I don't know how that might factor into things. But if I'm Tucker, I want to hit the open market and I want to get the biggest contract possible. So I don't know if he'll stay there. But hopefully the Yankees get a chance. I mean, they want to throw a bunch of money at Juan Soto. Hopefully some of that, no loot. Hopefully some of that loot is available to try and throw at Kyle Tucker. This front office will say Heel and Stanton are the additions to the team mid-trades during the deadline. Of course they will. They do that every single year. Mike says only plus is we always seem to rake in Seattle. That's true. Judge loves hitting there. He really does. Bernard says Michael King tomorrow. Great. A guy who's comfortable in the Bronx, unlike Devin Williams. Yeah, we're tired of Devin Williams. Lockout 2027. Okay, so not next year, maybe the year after. My mistake. Thomas P says Tucker is a Dodger. Every damn player is a Dodger. Come on. And I would really hope that you would come and, because you feel bad for me, take Devin Williams and take him as far away as possible. That would be fantastic. IO says, why is Hal and Brain so cheap? I think they're very conscious of the luxury tax this year, and I think that Garrett Cole getting hurt and missing the whole season is a good excuse for them to go, you know what, one of those years, it wasn't our year, guys got hurt, whatever. But, Judge isn't getting any younger. Garrett Cole will be mid-30s working on TJ. Stanton's getting older as well. It's one of those situations where you're like, you might want to start winning here soon. At least Max Fried, will be around for a while, but he has a history of injuries, so you never know. You never know when something might happen to him. So fingers crossed that it doesn't. It sucks that it happened to Jazz too. I mean, you can see the lack of depth this lineup kind of has now. I know Jazz wasn't hitting before he got got hurt, but he's got to keep playing to get out of that funk. He showed some really good things last season for the Yankees, and A bat like that is much needed, especially when you got so many young guys in there. The young guys are going to go through growing pains all season, and it's not going to be linear. These guys learn how to hit the big leagues all at a different level, different pace. So there's going to be growing pains. Let's see, Novigrad, what deals weren't made because Yankees been a part of Volpe? Man, I can think of Luis Castillo. I believe there were some other ones, but yeah, Volpe got the treatment of a king. Mike says, and King's been a real ace of late. Yes, he has. I have him in fantasy. So I'm in a tough spot tomorrow. Tough spot. I got to start him. He's one of my better starters in fantasy. What the hell am I going to do? So hopefully Michael King pitches well. The Yankees do well. King comes out of the 7th after throwing a no-hitter, and the Yankees score hit a grand slam after that and win. That'd be great. Thomas Pieces will take him, and he'll peak, perform, and collect the save in the World Series cleansing game versus you. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you do that. Novigrad says, Brandon Donovan, please come to the White Courtesy. That would be a great move. I would really like that one a lot. Joe Turby says, thoughts on Vivas? It's kind of hard to tell at this point. I have seen that he has a good eye. He's athletic. He's young. He's kind of small, but man, he swings the bat pretty damn hard. It's going to be hard for him to get any type of rhythm if he's not playing more often. He just got his first major league hit the other day, which was pretty clutch. I think it drove a couple runs and he gets to race. So definitely a good thing to see from him. But real quick, guys, if you could like this video, find the YouTube page on YouTube. It is The Lasagna Show. The link is in my bio on Twitter. Like this video, like all the other ones, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to have some fun this season. Ryan says, Nato has been very solid for the Redbirds. He has. Honestly, he has. The problem with all these different names is what are the Yankees willing to give up? Prospects-wise, any other players-wise, we just don't know. Do they sell high on T-Rant? Do they trade Dominguez? I mean, those are all pie-in-the-sky ideas, but who the hell knows? Is Ben Rice a sell-high candidate? I have no clue what they do. Things change after the Garrett Cole injury. Do the Yankees just view the whole season as, just do the best you can and play the young guys? Or does it become, what if the Yankees are flirting with pretty decent opportunity to maybe run the table in the American League, go back to the World Series? Do the Yankees make a dramatic trade at the deadline to try to find another ace to add to this pitching staff and add some more depth? There's a lot of different situations that might come up, but we still got a couple of months of baseball to go, and it just depends on what the asking prices will be, because we know there's an extended wild card now, so there's going to be a lot of teams that think they're in. Some of them may be pretenders, some may be contenders, but the price for certain players, you got one really good player or a couple that all these different teams are going after. Obviously, the teams that have those good players are going to take the highest bidder. So unless the Yankees are willing to pony up and offer something that's worth something in return, it might be tough for them. Thomas P says, Lasagna OnlyFans. Yeah, my OnlyFans would be me in a dark room, and you would just see my face saying bad words about Aaron Boone while I drink a Coors Light and scream at the ceiling. Juan says, Yankees aren't willing to give up much. That's been the problem. 1,000%. That's why I don't see this upcoming trade deadline as the rescue the Yankees type of situation. I don't see the roster getting totally revamped. I don't see them moving any big time prospects, any big names. Outside of the Juan Soto deal that was relatively recent last season. That's very uncharacteristic of Cashman. So I just don't see Mike is having. I just don't see them doing anything that crazy to revamp this roster at the deadline. But we'll see. Maybe they'll surprise us. Novigrad says, pretend King Tucker want to be Yankees in 26. That would be fantastic. Do you honestly believe Cashman and Howe would make it happen? Depends what they pay. Tucker might be a $500 million deal. And then what's King going to want? 100? I mean, it could be one of those situations where the Yankees are they going to do it or they're not going to do it? I mean, it's going to be tough. That's a lot of money and a lot of deep, a lot of long contracts to add to the long contracts they have. So you would really be in a position after those two where you would not see them spend money for a long, long time. So I don't know if they want to handcuff themselves like that. I don't know what the luxury tax implications might be. Not 100% on that. So that would definitely be something to watch. All right, guys, rough game. At least we can come here and chat a little bit and kind of air out our grievances with this group, especially after the Rays series. To have the beginning of this Padres series go like that, not ideal at all. But good start from Carlos. We like to see T-Rent hitting homers. Just tough, man. Tough situation. I would love to see Cruz come back in. Devin Williams shit himself. Luke Weaver looked human, so that is not ideal. But once again, I thank you guys for joining me here on the Lasagna Show. Once again, this will be Monday through Thursday post games. I will post it on my Twitter. The link is in there to follow the YouTube channel. Sometimes I'll post on YouTube that won't be on Twitter. So if you want to, continue to see different videos and different stuff like that, we will be doing some lives and some guest appearances and stuff like that on YouTube exclusively at times. So if you're watching on Twitter right now, go to my Twitter page, click on the link, subscribe to the channel, and let's have some fun. But once again, thanks for being here, Mike. He said glad to check out the pod live tonight. Good stuff. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Really good questions and insight from you tonight as well. Absolutely love. Thank you so much, Bernard. Bernard is the man right there. Go find him on Twitter. Follow that man. He's Sandman on Twitter with Mario Rivera. Go find him. He's a great follow, great guy. But yeah, we will see how things go tomorrow. Tough loss today, but let's see if they can rebound. I know there's going to be a lot of rain. It sucks that New York is so rainy all the damn time. I'm sitting over here in Southern California with my endless sunlight on a daily basis, watching the Yankees stadium be soaked and drenched on a pretty consistent basis early in the season, which is so irritating, but whatever. It is what it is. But all right, guys, thanks for having I appreciate having you guys. Thanks for watching. We will continue tomorrow doing post game, and hopefully it'll be on a little bit happier note. But once again, I appreciate all of you, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.